guys, this is Twister044 here, and I am going to show you today how to capture in slow motion. So, as you see, I'm playing Left 4 Dead here, simply because I know I can get like a ridiculous frame rate on it without any drops, and plus the gore will look pretty swell in slow motion. So anyway, first off, you are going to want to be recording at above 30 frames a second. The human OS sees 24 frames a second, so generally you're going to want it to be well above that. It's just that. At the minute I'm recording at 60 frames a second, even though the FPS counter... Okay, never mind, I just realised you can't see the FPS counter, but that's currently recording at 60 frames a second. But for some reason it's showing 200 at the minute, which is really weird. So yes, the more frames, the slower you can get. So let's just say, if you're recording at 120 frames a second, you can get 4 times slower. So here, let's go record some footage. Let me give myself a pipe bomb, because I know that look pretty good in slow motion.
Throwing a pipe bomb.
My aim is perfect. So anyway, let's go take that into Premiere now. And now here we are in Premiere. This is what I use to edit my videos, although you can use Vegas or whatever video editing software you're going to use. Just, if you're going to be doing slow motion, I don't suggest doing it in Windows Movie Maker, because I'm not even sure that supports it. So, here we go. Let's just drag our footage in. This has got me all talking over it, so let me just scrub through that and get to this bit. So, what you want to do is you want to edit all your footage together and then just get the one bit you want to slow down, because this is now what you're going to want to be doing. What you're going to do is, if there's a video right next to it, let's just say here, you're going to want to spread that, or let's just say move that over is a better choice of word to say it, other than spread, because, well, just, it's better. Okay, so get your footage that you want. And now what you want to do is, I'm not entirely sure if this will work the same as Vegas. Let me just set it before I do this, because I presume Vegas works differently because of things like resampling and that. I think there's a thing known as resampling, or I may be just going insane. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to right click your video and go to speed/duration. Now what you're going to do is you want to click off that, or actually just click onto it, and you can actually type your variable. And yeah, so let's just say slow this down to 50%. Okay. So this already looks pretty decent, I can tell. So let's just have a watch of this. Okay, that slowed down quite well and looked very smooth. That's what capturing at 60 frames per second does. If you are going to be recording, let's just say Xbox or PlayStation gameplay, or even Wii for that matter, most games run at 30 frames a second, or 60 on the newer consoles. But if you're going to be recording them sick quickscopes, you're going to want to check to see if it runs at 30 or 60. Because 60 will give you a much smoother frame rate, and if you're using in Vegas, it will do the resampling motion blur, or I'm just going insane again. So this is it. At the minute you can get this down, well, if you're recording at 60 you can get down to about 40% speed and it will still look quite decent. So obviously that still looks a little bit choppy, but just have a play around with it, and hopefully see that looks a little bit smoother. Although that's not what I'm going to be doing anymore. So goodbye. Now, here's something I recorded at 120 frames a second. It's just a bit of killing floor. Although I probably should have recorded some Left 4 Dead 2 at 120 frames a second, because that would have looked a bit better. Where's the bit where I throw a grenade? This looks like it. That looks about good. Okay, this is why you're going to want to spread out your footage, because, well, it gets longer. Look, here we go. Let's do that at 25%, as you can see. Because if you didn't spread out your footage, it would actually overlap and then take, well, how would I say this? Delete that existing footage that was already there. Okay, so let's have a watch of this. Okay, yes, I'm going to stick it in maximum frame for this, which I should have done for the last 2 bits. That was a bit jumpy there, but it still was. But yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so that is why you're going to want to be recording at a higher frame rate, simply because you can get much faster, well, much slower yet smoother video if you record at a higher frame per second. In fact, I'll stick an annotation to the slow-mo guys to explain this very well. And actually, let's have a try this in at 20% speeds. Yeah, that still looks pretty smooth. Anyway, that's all from me today. So I hope this educated you. If not, have a go check out another video. Goodbye, people.